Well, I think there is a mental shift where people start thinking about these natural resources in a very valuable way. And if you value water and air and topsoil and things like that, you start thinking about solutions on how to preserve them. And I think that is already happening.
Well, we want our customers to make money from waste. It's their business, and we help them to make their operations more efficient in order that they can reach the target that are set by policies and general goals for recycling currently. Waste recycling business is very regulated by the EU and local administrative policies, so we help them to make the recycling work that they do more efficient. And for that, new technologies are needed because the current technologies are not efficient enough to reach the all the time higher goals in recycling.
Cleantech seems to be an issue that a lot of people like to talk about, but then when it comes to actually implementing new policies that would help the industry forward, then you kind of get more quiet. So it's all well and good as long as you don't have to kind of raise the taxes on harmful emissions, or if you don't have to pay new subsidies to anybody, or if you don't have to, for example, subsidize new energy ventures or anything like that. So so I would say that just to an extent there is a hype involved. But on the other hand, then we have a very lively, for example, startup sector in the Nordic countries.
We see more experienced and good entrepreneurs and innovators coming up with ideas to solve these global challenges. That is perhaps the clearest way. But we also see it in the customers for our portfolio companies. They are a lot more mature now. The industrial firms want these solutions, and we notice it.
Cleantech is as I mentioned also in the panel debate, is sort of twofold. You have, on one hand, you have sort of these very innovative companies coming with very new state-of-the-art solutions in terms of information management and whatever. And then you have the fact that you are introducing new technology into a new country. And that technology itself can be sort of pretty standard in the countries of the Nordic, but still in the way that it's applied, the processes, the services that it enables in the countries where we work is the innovation. So I think that's the area where we mainly, and especially in developing countries and transition countries, where we see there's a huge potential.
We all know the megatrend related to urbanization, so millions and millions of more people are moving to cities, and the cities play a very important role in mitigation of climate change. So the future is that we should have smart cities where the carbon dioxide emissions are reduced, and at the same time these clean and smart solutions would improve the economy of the cities.
Energy subsidies need to be kind of completely rethought. I mean, we need to get rid of the kind of fossil subsidies that largely outnumber the ones for renewables, and we need to kind of rethink the way that renewable subsidies are given. That's one thing. But then another is that, well, apart from Sweden, the Nordic countries are quite capital poor. So, for example, in Finland, the whole sort of startup scene relies very heavily on government funding. So we really need to look at how we can get more private money into that sector, how we can get, for example, large industrial companies to become more active investors.
Well, I think this whole sharing economy and the growth of that, innovations within that actually have a big potential positive environmental impact in some cases. And I think that is an area where we will still see a lot more companies also growing.